we go. That might be it as well. Done. Can you hear me now? It kind of seems like you can from this setting right here. It's doing a thing. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. Aha. 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 It's playing sound. I got it. I got it. Alrighty. I got it. I'm a genius. I'm not much of a genius, but it's good that I figured this out. So I don't know why it did that, because I can't imagine why it would like change my settings and everything like that, but it did. So there's that. But anyway, today today I want to I want to visit the time capsule, the Minecraft time capsule, and I want to put everyone's signs inside from the messages and stuff that I've gotten. This is what I've gotten so far. I'm gonna be honest, I thought I would get a little bit more. I thought I would fill up the back of this page as well as the other side of it. But we're gonna do with what we have, as well as whatever you guys submit in the comments right now, in the chat down there. And we're going to try and fill up this time capsule the best we can. Also, I'm not sure what color oak signs to use. I think I kind of want to use dark oak, but I feel like it won't show up very well if I do dark oak. So I'm thinking let's just do it to a variety. Did it? I think it's back up. I think it's back up now. Seems like it, because it says in stream down here now. Oh God. Did it? What the hell is happening? Am I back on? Yeah, it is back. Okay. Okay then. Good. So I don't know why, but you see this symbol down here, this little symbol down here in the corner. It keeps going off. My internet just keeps going offline on its own out of nowhere. Like I'll be doing something and then it just goes offline. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really frustrating. It's like really frustrating, because this is kind of a sort of a big event, because it's something I've been planning to do for a while. But for whatever reason, it doesn't want to stay connected. It just keeps disconnecting. I'm not sure where it stopped at, but I was putting in the names of the people that submitted things, because the names of people that submitted things are going in this section of the time capsule, and then the actual messages themselves will go in the other two parts of the time capsule. And yeah, now I do apologize for the whole internet thing. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, it's really weird. But we're gonna try and get through this. We're gonna try and keep going. So bear with me, if you will. So we're going through these. I got to Total Geek Freak. I actually need to start crossing these off as I get them done. So cross these off. That I've done. Total Geek Freak. That was all on the first page. Let's go over to the next page. As Sweet as My Tea. That's who's next. I did Acacia, so we'll do this one. This actually kind of looks like tea, so this works out. As Sweet as My Tea. On YouTube, via YouTube. This person, they have been very proactive there in the comment section, recently and everything like that. They've been supporting. I hope it doesn't happen again either. It would be absolutely awful if it happened again. But we'll try and keep reconnecting every time it happens, if it happens again. So next. Oh, I was like, what am I hitting? Next is at Luna Feather. At Luna Feather. It actually doesn't say where this comment came from. I don't know why. I believe it was on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it was via YouTube, so I'm going to say YouTube. Because the last couple were from YouTube, and I think I got those back to back. So that's those from those commenters. Next up is we'll just keep redoing the sign thing. Actually, let's do like this now. And at SSJ Blake on YouTube, via YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, I keep at YouTube. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I keep looking down there in the corner to see if it's like disconnecting or anything like that, because yeah, that'd be a problem. As soon as it reconnects, I gotta do something. So next up is at Chris IRL on Ponytown. Via Ponytown, they gave me something during the Ponytown meetup stream. So that's how they're gonna be in here. Next up is, I believe this one was you actually, Kusi Koi. I don't actually know how to say your name, but I believe you were Spanish Inquisition, Spanish Inquisitions. Trying to make sure I spell that right. Via Ponytown. There we go. Next up, that's that one, all of those. At Strawberry Cupcakes is next. So at Strawberry Cupcakes via Ponytown. They submitted theirs during the live stream as well. Most of these that are coming up are all through Ponytown. Via Ponytown, and then next up we have Tempest Shadow at Tempest Shadow via Ponytown. Yeah, that one's different than all the other ones. That's just gonna be the way that it is. And this one is the last one actually. The last one can go right here in the middle, absolute middle. It can go right here since it's the last one. This one is by at Lewis. That's all. Via Ponytown. So there we go. They submitted one during the Ponytown live stream. Okay, so could you write instead of Spanish? But okay, yeah, I can write that instead of Spanish Inquisition. Where was that at actually? There it is. Ooh, I forgot I was in creative. Did I destroy something on the other side of this? Oof, okay, well that's fine. That works out. Okay. So that was that one. So that should be this. Wait, we're going down for this one. So that's that one. Then this one. Then this one. Okay. I was trying to figure out which one it is. Okay. So at Pussy Cowie. Oh my God, that scared me. She fell from her place up here. I was just gonna say via Ponytown, I guess, is what we'll say for that one as well, since that was already Ponytown. Okay, so I believe that's everyone now. Yeah, that's everyone. So now we're gonna go into the actual messages themselves. So we're gonna go to the next part of the time capsule for that. And yeah, we're gonna have fun with that. We're gonna do a few. There's not very many. Let's go to the next section. There's bats in here. I don't know how to stop them from spawning in here, so they're just gonna exist. That's just gonna be how it is. They just exist. The queen fell again. Let's put the queen down for a moment. Put the queen back down. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I think we're gonna put a couple jungles in here or something. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is, I think this part of the time capsule definitely needs to be the first paper, the first people to submit things. Most of them were from Instagram, for some of the people that I've already put in the names and everything like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so I guess we can just start here. I don't really know where to start, to be honest, because it's just one circle, so we're just going to put something there. And this one was a quote, I believe. Okay, now this is epic. And then dash real beauty pie. That was a real comment that I got. So let's go ahead and it wasn't. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to have 2019 on it too. Okay, now this is epic real beauty pie 2019. Okay, there we go. There we go. I fixed it. Okay, so next part. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the middle of each of them. Before we go any further, we're gonna do the middle of every single one of them, and then we're gonna go in like weird spots like this or something. That's how we'll do it. This one can be this, and this one is the worst part. The worst thing, not the worst part. The worst thing about prison was the Dementors. The worst part about prison was the Dementors. There we go, that's that one. And then we'll go over here, we'll just do oak, classic oak. This one, I don't understand this one at all, but it is what I got. Dang it. It wasn't supposed to be caps. IZ, go drop liquids and solids on the can. That's a real thing. That's a real message that I got. I don't know what it means. I don't know what is the point. I don't understand it, but that was a real message that I got. And of course, all the messages are welcome. So that goes on the thing in the time capsule. We'll do Acacia for this one. This one is something you'll probably know this one. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. There we go. Had to make sure I did it right and they didn't fucking change the quote or anything like that. So that's that side of the message. You see, we're already close to finishing. So we're gonna go and put the next one, I guess, here. Let's put the next one here. Let's make it this. Let's make it dark oak. So the next one is you are awesome, but not as awesome as me. That's that one. Another one is, we'll just put this right here, I guess. When did I get here? Put that one there. And then over here, we'll just put that there. I'm just choosing random spots, I'm going to be honest with you. Just choosing completely random spots. This one is people depend on you for hope. People depend on you for the funnies. On you for the funnies. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, next up, let's go ahead and clear all these. Next up, we'll do right here, I guess. This one is creeper. Oh man. And then like an emoticon face with capital D. That's literally what that is. Okay. I think what I'll do for this one, actually, just for a fun little goof, maybe to my future self or whatever, is I'll get the mob head for this. If I can find it. Creeper head. And we'll put it right above it, because why not? Why not? Yeah, you know, why not? That'll be fine. That'll be fun. Next up, and this is the last one for this first piece of paper, is gonna go, I guess we'll put it here, and it just says, keep following your dreams. Your dreams. Oh, explanation point. Can't forget that. That's important. Okay, so that's this. That's this little piece of paper. That's done. We can get rid of that. It's no longer needed. It's no longer required. We can just throw that around behind us and continue on with the rest of the messages here. So these messages, I think I'm going to go ahead and actually put in the last part of the time capsule. And this will be the last part of the time capsule that I do. I think the big ones will be right here. Actually, I think all of these are going to be right here. And I think after I fill this wall, the rest of these like little spaces on this side will be things that I come up with. Something like that. Something to that effect. So let's go ahead and put one in a weird corner, because reasons. So I'm not dabbing. I'm looking at the floor for cheese. I think I accidentally gave an extra space, but that's fine. Explanation point. Can't forget the explanation point. Now, this one's interesting because one thing, like when the dabbing meme was a thing, when the dabbing thing was a meme, I refused to dab. Like when it was a thing, I just thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I just refused to dab. I just don't do it. So it's kind of a conflict here, because I don't dab, so it's kind of right when it says I'm not dabbing, and then it's talking about cheese, which is completely me. So that's interesting. I really love that comment. It's one of my favorites that I've gotten out of these, to be honest. But anyway, let's move on and put another one here. We'll do regular oak sign for this one, and it says it's you who's out, Dobby. ... out of your mind. Dabbing intensifies. How do you spell that? See, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That makes sense. One other comment that I got that was very simple was a simple yeehaw in all caps. So there you go. Simple yeehaw. Another one. This one is going to be in spruce. Ponies will never die. I'm gonna move that down one. Ponies will never die. We'll do it like that instead. Okay. Cupcakes were here. Cupcakes were not harmed in the making of this, but cupcakes were here. Cupcakes were here. Okay, let's put the next one here, and this one is G5 will live forever. Why did I write it? Because it's funny. I wrote it because it's funny. That's literally why I wrote it in there. I wrote it in there because it's perfect for this. Like, this is here, obviously, it's talking about not dabbing and everything like that. And then over here, complete opposite of it, complete opposite side of it is dabbing intensifies. And that's just so perfect. I just thought of that, like, putting it there, I think that would look good. So I'll put it in there. So I think it's funny. Next one, I don't know what this even means for this one, but we'll put it up here. Fetty WAP come back 2020. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Now, that was all of them. The rest are things that I have to come up with, or things that you guys submit in the comments, like right now. Like, if you submit things in the comments right now, you have a potential to get in the time capsule somewhere, right? So that's good. That's always fun. But while you guys come up with those things, I will put in some of the things that I thought of, some of the things that I would like to see in here. And the first thing I want to put in, I actually wrote a note for this. This was something I said, but I wrote it in on this paper because during the Ponytown live stream, I kept saying, why are there so many Skelas? Why are there so many Skelas? So I think a good way to immortalize that part is to put on here somewhere, why are there so many Skelas? And I think I'm going to put that right here. Why are there so many Skelas? Now we don't need this piece of paper either anymore. We can just throw that behind us somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't hit Davey or anything like that. I don't even know where it landed. It landed on my bed. That's fun. Okay. I gotta come up with other things now. It's kind of upsetting that this paper's blank. Okay. So. Okay. Here's one. Here's one. Ponytown is awesome. We'll just do that. Ponytown is awesome. Maybe from Discord server, look for the stupid funny things and write it. What can I find in the Discord server? Actually, you know what? Real quick, I want to put in here, I lost connection several times while streaming this time capsule. Boom, it fits perfectly. Okay, so yeah, go to Discord. That might be a good idea. Okay. The rainbow hair thing. Someone said in the Discord a minute ago about it would be nice if you had rainbow hair, or it would be interesting if you had rainbow hair. Is that what they said? What did they say exactly? I'm actually just gonna look that up real quick. I wouldn't mind rainbow hair is what I said, and you said it would be interesting. So I'll put in, it would be interesting to have rainbow hair, is what I'll put in here. And we'll put it right here. It would be interesting to have rainbow hair. Right? It would be interesting. I don't know if I would like it, but it would be interesting for sure. What else can I put in here? What else can I do? There's gotta be more. Maybe something for Luca, I guess? Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll put something in here for Luca. We'll put it here. We'll make it out of acacia, and we'll just do like that. Perfect. Okay. So I guess we need to do this side now and put a couple things here. Oh, I know the thing that I have. My little status. We'll use that. That's what we'll use. Which is chaos is what you need, darling. Chaos is what you need, darling. We'll put that in there. Chaos is what you need, darling. Okay, so I got so much more space to fill. Okay, I need to put in the actual time capsule date and everything like that. So let's put that right here, I guess. Put that under regular oak sign. We'll put it right here. I gotta have the exact date and time. It is currently November 2019 Tuesday. No, wait, no, that's right. That's wrong. Hang on. How do I backtrack this? November 19th is what it is. November 19th, 2019 on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday. That's what we'll put on there. That's broken. Oh well. November 19th, 2019 on a Tuesday. Now we need the exact date and time on there for the time capsule, of course. Yeah. I guess I can write down how many subscribers I have now currently. Like how many even is that? I gotta see that real quick. How many subscribers do I have right now? And we'll put that in here right now. Current sub count 232. 232. We go. And that's perfect. We got it's 232. Guess we can do references to different things. The thing that really exploded my channel the most is the types of Ponytown players video. And I've met people that have just recognized me purely from that video itself, and they've talked about one of their favorite parts, and my favorite part being the humpers part, where you're just sitting there, you know, just chilling with your banana or whatever, and then you're being humped by a stranger. So we need some form of reference to that here. I was just chilling with my banana. Is that how you spell banana? I feel like I'm going crazy. Is that right? Is that right? Banana. No, it doesn't have two ends. It doesn't have two ends like that, and it only has one. Wait, what? You know what? We'll just delete everything because it was just chilling with my banana. I thought it was just, yeah, that's weird. Banana. Put that in the chat. Alright, I was just chilling with banana. That's a good reference, I guess. Wow, there sure is a lot of empty space. We'll put that on here somewhere. How about right here? Is a lot of empty space. What else? I need something. Shoot. I feel like there's something that I know something. I know what to add. I know what to add. Back go fly. Okay. There's a lot of blank space here. I guess I can put down here. Thanks. Ooh. Thanks to everyone who came to this stream. We'll put that on there, I guess. And it's almost over. Just a little further. When will we meet again? When will we meet again? It's almost over. I don't know. Don't be scared. And my all-time favorite quote from any book, movie, book, everything. My favorite quote of all time is "Don't panic." Written in very nice letters. Don't panic. And we'll put an oak sign here that says it is time to end Banana Man. I'm gonna add that. It's time to end the time capsule and start anew. No, not start anew. Shoot. Start anew. There we go. Banana Man. Banana Man. Put that right here. Banana Man. Maybe go down one. For some reason, like, banana is probably my favorite berry because they're technically berries. But I really do enjoy a good banana. Bananas are nice. I don't know what else to do. I have one blank wall here. I have one blank wall. Why is this wall blank? It doesn't need to be blank. Why? I'm gonna put this right here. It's time to grow up and become smart. There we go. There we go. Why is this wall blank? We're gonna purposely leave this entire wall blank and leave this message here. Any other messages you have to go in other places, like here and here. How many blocks were recently added or about to be added? Something like that. Maybe I can do some kind of reference to the state of Minecraft. Maybe I can do something like can't wait for the Nether update. Doesn't that come next year? in a year. I'm just gonna assume it happens next year. I think it does. I think the Nether update comes next year. I don't know. Shoot. I was about to put something on that wall. Banana man. You know what? I can actually. Bananas are berries. Uber facts. Dang it. Check out Denny Ball Hub. I can start throwing out some actual advertisement. Check out Denny Ball Hub for all things Denny Ball sub. Check out Denny Ball Hub for all things Denny Ball sub. Remember to believe. Now, remember to believe, I think was already on here, wasn't it? Something like... Actually, I don't think it was. Yeah, it might not have been. Remember to believe. I'm gonna put that right up here. Remember to believe. Everything is possible in one way or another. Put that in there, I guess, somewhere. Put that maybe right here or something. Am I back now? Why is it doing this? I don't understand. I think I'm back. I can't fully tell, but we're gonna continue? Yeah, we're back. I think. Yeah, we're back. Ouch. Yeah, we're back. I can hear my voice. Okay, so you said maybe write F somewhere. Now that'd be perfect. I think what I'll do is I'll write that. I need to find a spot that I probably wouldn't look for, because I want that to be something that, like, maybe it's kind of hard to find or something. Alright, there's some skeletons. We can put this right over here. Right here. Just F. Just a big F. Press F to pay respects. What's with it? Oh, the camera. The camera broke. Capture device. For some reason, every single time I like start up Streamlabs, I have to deactivate it and then reactivate it. The reason for that is because, well, I don't know why the reason for that is, but it technically didn't disconnect from Streamlabs, but the stream disconnected, so it kind of like glitched and was like, "Oh, you got to reconnect this now." So that's why the camera was messed up. Now I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. Okay. I think we're about done with this, to be honest. I don't think it was meant to be, because it seems like the universe is just telling me to stop streaming. I want to keep streaming though. I want to get a couple more things, a couple more messages out, and then we can continue. We can continue, right? We can continue. We can continue. All right. Well, don't mind me. I'm just sitting here. Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here, and it's like at the bottom, which is perfect. Wait, if I do that, if I do this and then break that, ah, dang it. What if I put string there? Can I put string? Would that fix that? I want string there. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just floating here. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know what might even be better though? If I use this instead. Just floating here. There we go. Now it's definitely just floating there. Okay. Shaker, shaker. Shaker, shaker. We'll put that up here, I guess. Shaker, shaker. It's probably, I don't know what that's from, but okay. Shaker, shaker. Shaker, 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 shaker. Shake, wait. That's really nice. I like that. These barrier blocks are amazing. Okay, I just got a couple more here, and I think these need to be more significant to everything, like a very super important message or something right here, because this is where everything is ending at. So, almost there. Then we'll meet again. Don't be scared. Don't panic. The time has come. Yeah, that'll work. Time has come. More ideas are always appreciated, I guess. I'll put that in here somewhere. Submit more messages next time, please. And then we'll do this face. This face. I don't know. I feel like I misspelled that. Yeah, that's a good middle ground for that. Okay. So the time has come. And I think that'll do it. I think that will do all the messages. I want to go back to birthmark, I think. No, that's wrong. I don't want to go there. I want to be... I need to go to Shadow Wings. Yeah, that's right, because he's at the front. Okay. So... that seems to do it. Now, what I need to do now is I need to seal up the time capsule with the barrier blocks. I think I had some on these corners. Yeah, I did. Go ahead and seal it up, and we will put a message on the front that says, do not open until you reach 809 subscribers. No, McQueen has fallen. Yes, that's according to my little piece of paper here that I used as my reminder. 809 subscribers, we'll open the time capsule, and we'll go inside and see what it's all like, you know, and that'll be fun. That will be fun. It will be fun to open this up when we reach 809 subscribers. You know, I don't know what that's gonna be like. I don't know. Why can't I put something there? There we go. Okay. So that's there now, and we can put up a sign that says, "Do not enter until you have 809 subscribers." I really wish I can copy and paste that. Not enter until you reach 809 subscribers. Do not enter until reach 809 subscribers. I keep messing up. I'm having like weird like misses. I don't know how to explain it. And then I guess I could put like all explanation points on this one or something, and that will be a message. That will be a message of its own. That's kind of interesting. Okay. I think that'll do for that. But this is the time capsule. I don't know how many of you got to see it because the stream kept like glitching in and out. But this is the time capsule. This is Birthmark's mark, Shadow Wings mark, and Try's mark, and all combined into one little thing, and it's a nice little thing. It's nice. That's them. Okay. The left one has until you have. Oh no! Did I miss that? Did I mess that up? Can you? You can replace that one. Just this one. So. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, now it's right. How did I mess it up? That's what I'm saying. I'm having these like misses right now, and I think it's because the stream keeps glitching in and out, and it's making it like hard to think straight. Because I'm constantly like looking down here in the bottom right corner to see if I'm like still connected to the internet and everything like that. Last time it happened, it lagged on the game, like lagged and everything, so I was able to see what was happening. I was able to see it as it was happening, so I was able to get it back fast. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the time capsule and everything like that. But before I do go, I do want to talk about a couple of things here that are very important, and it's kind of upsetting. And this is also another reason why I'm like distracted and everything like that. But it's YouTube is in a scary place right now. YouTube is not in a very safe place. I will say it's safe. YouTube is safe, but YouTube is in a dangerous place for content creators and really basically everyone on the platform. And I made a video about this, talking about how like this isn't good for YouTube. That's the title of the video or something like that. And I mentioned how like COPA and YouTube, FTC, and everything like that, they're doing these deals now where they have it set to now whenever you upload a video, you have to mark it. Is it for kids? In fact, I think this stream itself had to be marked as for kids or not. As I was doing it, it may be right here in edit. If I go to edit, if it lets me show it. Yes. See, as you can see, even when you stream, you have to mark it. Is this stream for kids or is it not made for kids? And YouTube screwed up because they were selling targeted ads and collecting information from people that, but the time capsule is strong. Let me go over, but that capsule is strong. It turns you into mini Bill Gates. Okay, I don't quite know how to respond to that, but anyway, as you can see, even when you stream, if you upload whatever you do, you have to mark is it for kids or is it not for kids. Now this is fine on its own, sure, you know, it's not a big deal, but the reason this happened is because YouTube fucked up and started collecting private information from people that are 13 and under, and FTC had to step in and like, hey, that's illegal. You can't be collecting information from people 13 and under. That's not allowed. So now they have to go in and mess with the entire platform, everyone, every single individual creator, as well as YouTube as a whole. So if I mark this as, no, it's not made for kids, and YouTube, if the FTC, COPA, whatever, decides, no, this is for kids, then not only can they delete that video, they can shut down the YouTube channel, they can delete the channel completely, you know, they can even fine me up to $40,000 for not labeling that correctly. That's messed up. That's literally how it goes. That's what's going on right now. I think I just go ahead and hit learn more here. I think we're going to go on a detour here and kind of talk about this here. So set your channel or video's audience. As a YouTube creator, you're required to set feature and existing photos as made for kids or not. Even creators who don't make content for kids need to set their audience. This will ensure that we offer the appropriate features on your content. Now, something I want to say about all of this is that this all sucks on its own, you know, because obviously if I mislabel something, I can get in big trouble. I can get fined like $40,000. If you actually go to this right here, it tells you like what the extent of your punishments can be. but yeah, not only can I get fined up to $40,000, potentially lose the channel, but if I do label it correctly, if I do label it made for kids, as I've set my channel to, and I didn't know this when I made the original video because I didn't understand it fully, and I've been seeing more and more articles about it, more and more everything about it. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably noticed that I've been retweeting a lot of stuff about this kind of content. On YouTube specifically, I've been watching a crap ton of videos on this because I don't know, I'm really scared of it. But anyway, what happens is if I set it for kids, if you set it for kids, if you set your videos to made for kids, starting in January, starting of next year, they will disable comments on videos. If it's made for kids, you can't comment on it. So that's pretty big. That's not good. I don't know if it'll say it on here. Starting in January, when you set your audience as made for kids, will restrict certain features to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act (COPPA) and other applicable laws. When this happens, the following features won't be available on individual videos or live streams. So these, starting January, none of this can happen on a video marked as for kids. Personal advertising, reasonable, because, you know, that's kind of what the whole law is about. They don't want to target personalized ads. They don't want to be collecting information from minors, obviously. But then we hit comments. When starting January, people probably aren't going to be able to comment on my videos anymore. I don't like that. I hate that. At least out of all of this, at least allow us to have comments. At least give us that. At least give us that. Moving on, they have channel branding and watermark. I don't do that on my videos, but some people, they'll have like a watermark down here in the bottom right corner. That kind of just shows your profile picture down there in the corner, and that's kind of it. The donate button. Again, that's fine, but that's going to hurt people with channel memberships and stuff like that. Cards and end screens. You know when you watch a video or something like that, and a thing like a little the eye symbol appears in the top right corner, and it's like does this weird animation where it appears on screen and scrolls over, and it says like the name of a different video or something like that. That's a card. That's what is called a card. And what that is like if you click it, then you get sent to a different video like that. And end screens are those little, like the YouTube profile picture and the two other videos on the sides that you see at the end of most videos. Most YouTubers will have, like, at the end of their videos, like two things either on this side and this side, or like up here, or something like that. And what those are called end screens. Those are end screen cards. Those are like end screen and notions. And what they are is if you click on the one on the video one, then it sends you to that video. If you click on the playlist one, it sends you to playlist. If you click on the profile picture thing, then it sends you to that YouTube channel. At least give us that too. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt kids to be able to be like, oh, I want to see that video too, and then click on it. It's not gonna hurt kids at all to do that. I kind of get why, because if I mark it as for kids and a card comes up here on the top right corner that's a video made for not for kids, then they can click on that and then it mess everything up. But give us this, give us comments, give us these two things. They're very important. Moving on, live chat and live chat donations. You know how you guys are talking in this live chat right now? You can't do that starting January if I mark it as for kids. That's not good. That means live streams aren't going to be viable on YouTube anymore. That means my live streams are going to go over to Twitch, which Twitch won't be doing that bullshit, I don't think. I hope anyway. So starting January, streams like this are going to start happening over on Twitch, because YouTube will not allow me to have a live chat on streams starting January. The notification bell. I don't know if any of you have your notifications on or anything like that, but basically the little bell that's next to the subscribe button, if you click it, you get notifications every single time I upload a video. It goes straight to your inbox on your email, and it will tell you, hey, this person just uploaded a video, do you want to see it, and gives you a link to it. Notification bells are extremely important because it's literally the only way that people can get notified of new videos now, because YouTube fucked up the subscribe button a long time ago. Playback in the mini player. Now, I don't necessarily know what this means. I don't know what that is. I don't know what playback in the mini player is. I don't know what that is, but I think I want to say that like it has something to do with like being able to press a button that sends you like 10 seconds back or something. I don't know what that is, but it's not good that it's going away. The children's stuff is actually, I'll get into that in a minute, but they mentioned that what's defined as for kids, but it's pretty vague. But anyway, super chat or super stickers. This is for like channel members. I think it is anyway. I don't 100% understand that, but that's besides the point. We don't get that anymore. And save to playlist. If you like a video or something of mine or something like that, and you want to save it to your own personal playlist, you won't be able to do that starting January. Starting in November, the channel memberships join button and the merch shelf won't be available on content made for kids. So some of these changes are already in effect. Starting in January, if your channel is made for kids, your videos or live streams won't have any of the features above. Your channel also won't have the following: stories. That feature that they added that I was actually going to start using, I can't use it now because most of my content is going to be for kids, which I have to do, because if I don't, and YouTube's bot or FTC or whatever decides that it is for kids, even though I don't want to be just for kids, I want it to be for everyone, I won't get stories anymore. I won't get the community tab in the channel page anymore. Notification bells gone. Channel memberships are gone. Your viewers also won't be able to save to watch later or save to playlist. You won't be able to save my videos to watch for later. You literally just have to like keep it in your head like, oh, I need to see this later. They've basically made it to where the channel can't do anything anymore. So what happens if I set it incorrectly? These changes are required as a settlement, blah, 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 blah. I think it's on here, maybe? Maybe it's on here. I don't think it says it on here. It doesn't say it on here, but if I go to learn more, help articles and stuff like that, it will talk about how you can get fined up to $40,000. So let's see here. It's telling me how to do all that. So if you comply, introducing new audience, YouTube Studio, you can set your audience, channel levels, blah. I think I can go to what's content made for kids. Let's do that. Let's go to that. Determining if your content is made for kids. According to FTC's guidance, which we call made for kids, children are the primary audience based on the factors below. Children are not the primary audience, but the video is still directed towards children on the factors below. Subject matter of the video is educational or content or preschooler. Makes sense, but what if I'm making a tutorial on like, let's say, how to like sign into like Nintendo Plus or something, not Nintendo Plus, but whatever the Nintendo subscription thing is, or what if I'm making a tutorial on how to sign into PlayStation Plus? What if I'm making a tutorial like that? That's educational, and it's sort of kid based because it's video game related, and that's automatically kid related. So potentially you would have to set that as for kids. But educational content or preschoolers, if you have a history channel, and this has already happened to history channels, they're getting deleted, they're getting shut down. History channels on YouTube are dying. They're gone. They're going away. Starting January, I guarantee you there's going to be no history channels. Like after 2020, no history channels on YouTube. I guarantee it. There's just going to be none. That also means Vsauce is going to go away too, actually. I just realized that, which is kind of sad. Whether children are intended or actual audience for the video. So, if I make a video, and I tweeted about this recently to a really nice animator. They made, I believe they made the Moon Rises animation and stuff like that. They're talking about how they don't want to set. They've like tweeted on there multiple times like we're not setting this to ask for kids because I don't want just kids to see this. This isn't the target audience. It doesn't matter if you set. It doesn't matter if your you're targeting kids in these videos. It doesn't matter if you're making kids content specifically. If your actual audience is kids, if the majority of your audience is kids, it is automatically determined as for kids. Which means if I make a video about Ponytown and it involves gore and the worst things possible, if VizzyPop, for example, also expressed distaste to this because they talked about this specifically, as well as some of the animation stuff like that we'll get into in a second. Because it's animation, because no matter how gruesome or gory or terrible it is, if the actual audience, if the people watching it, if the majority of them are kids, even though you weren't marketing towards them, even though you weren't targeting to them, it will automatically be determined as for kids, and if you didn't market correctly, you will get fined $40,000, lose your channel, lose your livelihood. Whether the video includes child actors or models, that one's kind of somewhat vague, but it makes sense. If there's children in it, then it's most likely for children. Whether the video includes celebrities or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters of cartoon figures. This is what I'm talking about earlier when I was talking about VizzyPop, specifically where they were talking about animated cartoon figures, as well as the other YouTuber who made some of the pony animations and stuff like that, setting their channel as not for kids. They're animating characters of cartoon figures. I'm really scared for that YouTuber because I really love that YouTuber, but if they aren't marking their things for kids, because it includes animated characters of cartoon figures, specifically My Little Pony, they're most likely going to get shut down, and they're most likely going to get $40,000 fines. Whether the language of the video is intended for children to understand. Now this one, I guess, makes sense, like if I'm talking about very sophisticated things, or if I'm talking about like gore and violence potentially, or if I'm talking about just R-rated things or something, I guess. If I'm cursing a lot, then it's maybe not for kids. Whether the video includes activities that appeal to children, such as play acting, simple songs, or games, or early education. Now this one right here specifically, or games. That one's not good. If I make a Pokemon related video, if I make a Sims related video, if I make a Ponytown related video, it has to be marked as for kids because it's a game, and because of how vague their rules are, I could get targeted for that. I can get fined for that if I don't mark it correctly. And for example, here I just played Minecraft, and you know I had to set it for kids because I'm playing Minecraft, and I don't like to curse too much. But even if I cursed a lot, I could potentially get in trouble because I'm violating all the other rules. The majority of my audience, I'm not going to say specifically the people watching the live stream right now, but the majority of the people that are going to watch this are probably going to be around 14 and yonder, which they define right here under the age of 13 is legally a kid in the United States. But however, the age of a kid may be higher in other countries, so consider the factors described as above as appropriate given how kid is defined in applicable laws in your country, and consult legal counsel if you have additional questions. Now, this means if you're watching this video in a different country, let's say Poland, I know one of you specifically are Poland. I don't know what the legal age of adulthood is for that. I don't know when you're no longer defined as a kid in that country. But if you watch that video, then you're considered a kid in that country, then you're considered a kid watching my content. Even though in my country, the age of 13 is a kid. Denny is hot. Don't at me. Okay then. That's interesting. Anyway. 18 is an adult in that, but not. What they're talking about is kid. Now, teens are allowed. If you're a teen and up, you're allowed. It's not specifically adulthood. It's like when you're a teen. As soon as you're no longer officially defined as a kid and you're officially defined as a teen, that's when it doesn't matter anymore, and you can watch as much as you want. It's not going to affect anything. So if someone plays Postal 2, it's automatically set as for kids. Potentially. Now, if you're not cursing in it, if you're not doing anything inappropriate, it could be defined as for kids because you're playing a game or games. You know, that's the way I understand it. That's just the way I understand it. So if you're 13, I'm not as kid. The age of kid in the United States is defined as anyone under the age of 13. So if you're 13 and older, you're defined as a teen in my country. Now, I don't know how it is in your country, But in my country, if you're 13 and older, you're considered a teen and then eventually adult when you're 18. So yeah, like I said, if you're 14, I think you said that earlier in the chat. If you're 14 and you're considered a teen in that country, then you're considered a teen when you watch my content. It's good. Anyway, moving on back up to this, whether the video includes activities that appeal to children, such as play acting, simple songs, or early education. Now, simple songs may be something like on the long lines of like teaching ABCs or like the ABC song or like one of those Shark Doo 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 songs or whatever, something like that. That could be that. But simple songs is so generic that it could be literally like anything. It could be any song that they decide is just simple. That's just so generic, and it's not specific enough. What is defined as a simple song? I don't know. Whether the video includes songs, stories, or poems for children. Again, this is what upsets me a lot, because my book, if you don't know, I have multiple books on Amazon, An Incomplete Guide to the Multiverse. I wrote that and planned for it to be for literally everyone of every single age. But now, if I talk about it, if I mention it, if I do a video about it or something, I have to mark it as for kids, even though it's for everyone. There's not an for everyone option. There is a for kids option and then a not for kids option. That's the only two options I have. There's no for everyone option. There should be a for everyone option where if YouTube registers that a 13-year-old or whoever is defined as a kid is watching my video, it should be set to, if they're watching that video, then those things are just limited to them. They can't comment, they can't do those things. It sucks, but that's the best middle ground that we can get, is just have a set for everyone option. And if YouTube, if you're underage and you click on a video, then it should just automatically be like, oh, you're underage, so you don't get these things, and we're not going to target ads to you. It should just automatically do that. It shouldn't be my responsibility to set every single individual video and consult a legal expert, consult legal counsel if I have additional questions. I don't know. I can't consult a lawyer for all of this stuff. I can't. No one can afford lawyers for this stuff. It's terrible. But yeah, the best middle ground I can think of is set a for everyone option, and then when someone who is an adult, they can have access to all the features, they can get targeted ads to them and everything like that. And if they're a kid and they click on that video, YouTube automatically knows, because they're signed in, hey, this person's a kid, so they can't do these things. Don't give them targeted ads, don't collect their information. It's that simple. It's that simple to fix this. It's that simple to fix this, but YouTube won't do that. I don't know why they won't do that, but they won't do that. They're not going to do that. So here's a, what if my content is applicable to a wide audience, but not for kids specifically? So basically, what happens if my YouTube video is, widely accepted, if it's for all audience, basically? As the creator, you know your content best. If you intend to reach a kid audience, it's likely that your video is made for kids. Now, here's this is kind of vague too, because again, I want everyone to see the videos, including kids. So I'm intending to reach a kid audience, but I want to reach all audiences of all ages. So because I intend to reach all audiences, it's automatically determined as for kids, because I'm intending to reach kids in addition to adults. That's the way I understand that. That's the way I understand that. That's the way a lot of other YouTubers and stuff like that understand it. But anyway, if you're not sure about guidance, take a look at the features of your video. Does it have actors, characters, activities, games, songs, or stories that kids are particularly attracted to? If so, it's directed toward kids. So all those like Fortnite YouTubers, those 3 a.m. channels, a lot of channels and YouTubers that focus on that kind of content, they're gonna have to completely change their channel, or they're gonna die. They're gonna die on the platform, because they're gonna lose like 80 to 90% of their revenue if they're monetized. They're gonna lose a ton of followers, because no one's gonna be able to comment on it. No one's gonna be able to comment, so they're gonna be like, oh, you disabled comments. You don't want to support the fans because you disabled the comments. No, we didn't disable the comments. YouTube disabled the comments. But anyway, the key is to balance all the COPA-specific factors that apply to the analysis. For example, the fact that a kid is in the video does not necessarily mean that the video is made for kids. That's true. You will have to look at all other attributes of the video, like intended audience, whether the video uses language that is intended for kids to understand, and the subject matter of video, a medical video versus a play video. So if it's like a medical video, like instead of like some kind of medical tutorial or something like that, it's most likely not for kids. For further information on whether content is kid-directed, the FTC guidance, you should consider consulting a lawyer if you aren't sure. You should consider consulting a lawyer if you aren't sure whether your content should be designated as made for kids. Because of how generic and unspecific all of the guidelines are for this, you almost have to consult a lawyer, but no one can consult a lawyer because no one is made of money. No one has that money. You can't just talk to a lawyer every single time you upload a video. I upload a video every 3 days. 3 days every week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes I do streams on like a Tuesday or Thursday or something like that, or just some random day. I'll do that. So if I have a kid voice but I'm using bad words, this is made for kids. I don't know. I actually don't know. I assume it's not for kids because, like they said, it's like, where is that at exactly? You will have to look for other attributes like the intended audience, whether the video is like kids to understand, and the subject matter of a video. For example, the fact that a kid is featured in a video does not necessarily mean that the video is made for kids, but since you're using like language that is not intended for kids to understand or otherwise, I guess, and the subject matter of the video, if there's a kid in it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for kids, but you have to look at everything else. If you have a kid in your video, you have to like pay extra attention to make sure it's not for kids, because it's very easy to like it's very easy to trip. So, in addition, creators outside the United States will need to take consideration additional obligations they may have under applicable laws when evaluating whether the content is for kids. Note, while the legal age in the United States is defined as anyone under the age of 13, the age of kid is defined differently in different countries, so consider the factors described above as appropriate given how kid is defined in relevant laws, and consult legal counsel if you have additional questions. They ask you like so many times to talk to lawyers every single time you upload a video. But no one can do that. No one can do that. No one can do that. And it's like, it's literally, regardless of your location, we require you to tell us whether your video is made for kids. You legally have to do it too, because of the Children's Online Privacy Act. Regardless of where you live. You can live in Ireland, you can live in Poland, you can live in China, you can live in Japan, you can live in Canada, you can live anywhere. Doesn't matter. You have to do this. And if you don't, you can get fined up to $40,000, lose your channel, lose your videos, everything. Now, I guess the last thing I want to talk about for this is that I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm honestly scared because most of my videos are I set my channel because you have the option. You can set your entire channel to this. You can set your entire channel to made for kids. You can just do that because you can set the whole channel to that, or you can do it video by video. I went ahead and set my entire channel to this. That way I didn't have to go through every single individual video that I already have and set them as for kid or not. So you have to play horror games to not be for kids. That depends. That depends. Now, I guess when it comes to games, the best thing to do is to look at the rating of the game. For example, Minecraft is rated 10 and up or something like that. That's considered for kids because the rating is for kids. But something like Call of Duty, that technically shouldn't be for kids because that game is rated M for mature. So if you're playing Call of Duty, then it's technically it shouldn't automatically be defined as not for kids because it's because of what the subject matter is, right? Even though the majority of people playing Call of Duty are probably pretty young, it doesn't matter. Even Skella, the gore pony, is for kids. Skella, I have a video planned on this. It's gonna come either Friday or Monday, but I have a video talking about the true nature of Skella, and I'm gonna mark it as not for kids because the subject matter of Skella is definitely not for kids. Skella, there's a lot about Skella that if you knew if you knew all of it, you would say no, that's not for kids. Don't. But it scares me because when I upload that video, when I mark it as not for kids because of what's being said in the video, I'm using Ponytown Ponytown gameplay in that video while I'm talking about Skella for obvious reasons. But it scares me because it's a pony. It's a cartoon character. And it's Ponytown. So they could, if they wanted to, say, that's for kids. We're shutting down this video. We're shutting down your channel. We're going to fine you $40,000. When something like this happens, you can repeal it, thankfully. Yeah. You can repeal it, thankfully, but if they deny your appeal, you would literally have to take it to court, and not everyone can afford that, obviously. I don't think anyone can really afford that. But I think I should technically be safe because of the subject matter of Skella. I could just play the audio from the video, and they would be like, oh yeah, you know, that probably shouldn't be something that is targeted for kids. That shouldn't be something that kids specifically are wanting to watch. So, yeah. Some of them are Ponytown, Dead by Daylight, making stupid, funny videos. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing, and I've been having a blast doing it. But, what about unpublic videos? I don't actually know about unpublic videos. I feel like if it's not public, I feel like you wouldn't have to do it. I don't think there's anything in this about that, actually. Yeah, I don't actually think there's anything on this. I don't know. I don't know if you set it as unpublic. I don't know what happens if you set it as unpublic and it's marked not for kids, but they determined it's for kids. Because technically no one can just watch that, so I don't think you would technically be violating any laws because it's not public. Literally no one can watch it. Except you and the people that you show it directly from your phone or from your signed-in account. So I guess maybe you could get around it that way, but you wouldn't really grow because no one's going to be watching it because it's on public. But this raises questions about Ponytown. This does raise questions about Ponytown for Ponytown related content because I specifically I don't want to sign in. I can't sign in live on stream. I only play on the 18+ server. So because of the server I'm playing on is technically for adults. Does that make it adult content? Does that make it not safe for kids? Does that mean every single Ponytown video I make I can set as not made for kids because it's being played on a 18+ server? I don't think so. I don't think so because it's still Ponytown. There's nothing inappropriate there, unless you're doing specific things. If you have a lot of videos on public or public, you can go through each individual one if you want, or you can set your entire channel's audience. To comply, we are introducing a new feature. At the channel level, you'll set all of your future and existing content as made for kids or not. You can set it that way, or you can do at the video level. If you choose this option, you'll need to set each existing and future video as made for kids or not. So if you set it as your whole channel, then you can set the whole channel as not for kids or the whole channel as for kids. Or you can go through each individual video you want and just say that one's not for kids, this one's for kids, that one's not, that one's not, this one is, this one is, this one is. I just went ahead and played it safe. It's still not safe, but what I did is I set my entire channel to safe for kids, for kids, because even though it's set that way, when I upload a video, I still have the option to change that specific video. If you're using a lot of bad words, I'm going to assume that it's not for kids because kids shouldn't be listening to that. But I'm not a legal expert, so I could be completely wrong. They could still consider that. I just don't know. It's a scary time to do anything on YouTube. But what I'm doing is safe but not safe. If I have a video somewhere on my channel that YouTube decides is not for kids, and since I've already set all of them to for kids, they're going to... I don't know what they're going to do. that would technically, I think, be a violation of their guidelines. So I could get a channel strike. I could, who knows what happens. But if I said it wrong, I could get fined $40,000. If I said it right for kids and that's wrong, I could get channel strikes. I could get guideline strikes or whatever, because it's technically against guidelines. So I don't know. He had the money to pay for it though. I don't. I don't understand.
Especially when he was living at my mom and papa's, he could have done that because instead of going to buy
He didn't have to buy all this shit. He didn't have to.
if he was making payments on top of the payments we were giving him, he would at least be as upset. Especially when he was living with my mom and papa, because he didn't have rent or anything.
That's I don't. What's gonna happen to the trailer then if you're under? If he's under?
I don't know, because that's kind of like not our thing. We're not the
Yeah.
ones who made the stupid decisions.
Yeah. You technically don't own it, so. Oh my God, does Mark know?
Not yet. We're gonna.
You need to talk. Y'all need to talk to him about that.
Because the guy at the tiny home printed out the paper for us. 'Cause
Okay, good.
he basically looked it up and then it's kind of like Kelly Blue.
Okay. We are good. I think we're good now. Yeah, it's weird. It actually disconnected as soon as my sister-in-law came in to give me my package from Amazon. But yes, this whole COPPA thing, whatever, however you pronounce it, it's not good. It's not good. It's not going to be good for YouTube because what we have here is a situation where if you make adult content, you're going to get demonetized. So if you're here, that scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Who was that? John Paul White. Thank you for following. We're done with the Time Castle half of the stream. We're talking about COPPA and everything like that because I really want to talk about this before I close everything out. But if you make content for adults, if you make it for like not necessarily adults, but you know what I mean. If you make it for like 18 plus, there's a good chance you're gonna get demonetized because YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube doesn't like that edgy content because for whatever reason, I don't get it. For whatever reason, their advertisers don't like that. They don't want to advertise on that kind of content, which I don't believe. I don't believe that's true. I wholeheartedly do not believe that Coca-Cola or one of these other companies are looking at VisiPop's Has-Been Hotel, for example, and thinking, oh man, this has like 7 million views. Oh, I don't care. It's edgy and it's inappropriate. So we're not going to advertise on it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way Coca-Cola and all these other companies are like that. There's no way the companies are looking at that kind of content and saying, I don't want to advertise on that. There's absolutely no way. Especially when you have cable and you have Hulu and other streaming services that will have ads on videos, not videos, but like episodes, movies that are rated R, that are just not good for kids. You know, stuff like Family Guy. Coca-Cola doesn't have a problem advertising between Family Guy episodes and commercial breaks. They don't care. They don't care where they're advertising at when it comes to cable. But when it comes to YouTube, they all of a sudden care. That doesn't make sense. That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense at all. It makes no sense. I don't believe that's the case. I believe the case is YouTube doesn't want to do it. I believe YouTube doesn't like that content. I believe YouTube and the people behind YouTube doesn't like that content, and they specifically target it because they don't want that on their channel, on their stream, on their platform. I believe they don't want it. I believe Coca-Cola has no problem advertising on a video that's for more mature audiences. Actually, Stranger Things is a good example. Coca-Cola actually advertised from Stranger Things. That's not a for kids show, or show. It's the exact kind of thing that Coca-Cola, if they saw it on YouTube, would say, I don't want to advertise on that. Supposedly, anyway. There's death, there's gore. There's literally monsters like attacking people all the time. But if I made the same video on YouTube, like basically to a T, I would get demonetized because advertisers don't think that's good. I don't believe that's the case. But anyway, back to the main point. If I make content that's for adults, there's a good chance I'll get demonetized. Which I'm not monetized yet, but let's just say I am, because I am planning to do that soon. Once I get that 1,000 subscribers, I'll try to monetize, because that's kind of the main goal, because I want to make this YouTube thing kind of the career path that I move forward with. But and to do that, I have to monetize. But if I am monetized and I make edgy content, adult-oriented content, there's a good chance I'm going to get demonetized. If I make content made for kids, I won't get demonetized, but if I'm monetized and I make that content for kids and market it for kids, I'm not going to get targeted ads, which are the best way to actually make money from ad revenue. It's the highest source of ad revenue, and that's going to not exist anymore as soon as it's marked for kids, because they can't sell those targeted ads towards kids. It's not legal anymore, so they're not going to do it. Then you have the fact that you can just get shut down if you don't mark things right. If I market for adult and try and risk that gamble, like some other YouTubers are, and I guess go ahead and try it if you want to, but there's a good chance that it's not. It's a good chance that it's not gonna work out. It's just a good chance. I'm scared of the whole thing. I'm mad about the whole thing. I'm worried about the whole thing. That's why I made an entire video about it, and that's why I've used half of this stream to talk about this. I was going to talk about this at the beginning of the stream, but there was like glitches and stuff like that. It kept disconnecting from the internet, and I was like, I better do the actual thing for the stream first. And I was going to make it brief too. I was just going to say, hey, look, Copa's stepping in. YouTube is not in a good place. And it's not. YouTube is not in a good place. So, I don't know what to say, really, about the whole thing, other than I'm scared about it. Everyone should be scared about this. I've seen some people just say, oh, it's not a big deal. One person in particular had commented on something. It wasn't my video, but it was a post about my video over on Amino. They said that, don't worry, YouTube isn't going to become all Fortnite and Minecraft videos. No, of course not, because that content is going to die. That content is going to die on the platform. It just is. That's just how it is, because that's for kids. So, I don't know. A lot of content is going to go away. A lot of content. Probably the creators that you probably watch and enjoy probably are going to disappear. I want my kid. See, here's the thing. If you make adult content, you get demonetized and you lose everything that your video is about. If you make kid content, you get less money. The sweet spot is that sweet teen spot. Everyone from 14 to 18, that's your target audience now on YouTube. If you can't, that's what you have to do now. You have to market to that very, very tiny niche group of like people 14 to 18. Literally people within 4 years of range of age are the only people that you can make content for on YouTube now. And still be monetized, still be advertiser friendly, and still have comments and everything like that. So my videos, I want my videos to be for everyone. I want every kind of person to watch my videos. I want the teens to watch the video. I want the kids to watch the video. I want the adults to watch the video. I want everyone to watch the videos because, of course, I want everyone to see my videos. But if I make something that's leaning towards kids or could be defined as leaning towards kids, I have to set it as for kids because if I don't, I can get $40,000, lose my channel. Fined $40,000 and lose my channel. And that's not good. That's not good. So some of my videos are going to be marked as for adults, like the Skella one that I have coming up. I might go ahead and upload that one tomorrow, actually. I don't think I had anything else planned. I don't think I did anyway. Let's see what I have planned. Oh, I have the Bitstown video. Oh, I gotta actually move that over to uploaded. But I can move that. That can go Monday. True Nature Skella, we can upload that tomorrow. We'll upload that tomorrow. Actually, wait, no, I had something else planned for that. That's fine. I'll probably upload the Skella one tomorrow. If not, it'll come on Friday. But that one I'm gonna set as adults. Not as adult, but as not for kids. Because of the subject matter in the video. Not because of the gameplay that's in there, not because of anything else, because what I'm talking about is not necessarily language intended for kids. So what will happen after this? Starting January, the majority of my content is not going to have comments enabled because YouTube set it that way. So I'm going to try my hardest to be just edgy enough to mark my videos as not for kids, but I'm scared. I'm scared because if I do that and I mess up, then I can literally lose everything. I can't afford a $40,000 fine, so it's likely I'll end up in prison or something. I don't know what happens if you can't afford the fine, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Everyone's scared that this is the end of YouTube, and I feel the same. I feel like it is close to the end of YouTube because this isn't good. It's gotten to the point where literally the only people that can do anything on YouTube now are the people that are on trending literally every single day. The movie trailers, see, that's the thing too about like the hello 420 Angel Dust 69. That's the thing about the targeted ads, and this is another reason why I think it's YouTube that says, oh, we don't like that content, so we're not going to give ads to it. I don't think advertisers really give a shit. I really don't think they do, and here's why. You can go see a trailer for the Joker movie. Joker movie was rated R. If you go back and watch that video, that trailer, it has ads. It has ads. Trailers have ads. There's a chance that if you click on a trailer, you're gonna get an ad somewhere, not like before the video starts. But I can't. If I make something that can be considered R-rated, I can't get ads that way. How's that fair? That's how I know that YouTube just doesn't like that content unless it's from a big corporation like Warner Brothers or Sony or something. That's how I know it's not Coca-Cola or some other company saying, oh, I don't want my brand associated with anything R-rated or edgy. That's how I know it's not the company saying that. That's how I know it's YouTube saying that. Because channel trailers, talk shows, everything, if it's from a corporation and it's edgy, corporations don't give a shit. They'll advertise on it. So, like I was saying, a lot of people are saying that this could be the end. That YouTube is doing this only because they don't have money to pay the big YouTubers or something. No, they're doing it. They're doing it because they legally have to. YouTube literally has to legally do this now because of COPA. COPA is legally stepping in. You are legally required to do it now. As a YouTube creator, you're legally required to set it. They say required, but regardless of your location, you're legally required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act and or other laws. You're required to tell us that your videos are made for kids if you make kids content. If you don't, you get in huge trouble. It's not YouTube that is like forcing this stuff. I think YouTube, if they could, they would just don't give a shit because they can make more money if they give targeted ads to their kids. I think YouTube is just doing this to save their own butt because, you know, they already got a huge fine, and that's kind of what started all this. COPA fined YouTube like millions of dollars or something like that for breaking this, for going against the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. And then COPA is like, wait a minute, your entire platform is like this. Why is your entire platform like this? So COPA came in and was like, hey, you have to make changes, or I guess we're shutting you down, I guess is what the thing is. So YouTube is like, okay, we'll do something about it. And they introduced this feature. This feature isn't that good though. They should have it should just be set for everyone at all times. And if a kid clicks on your video, the things that they want to restrict for kids should just go away for that person that clicked on that video. Stuff like targeted ads. If you're a minor and you clicked on the video, you should just not get that, because YouTube already knows that, because you're signed in. If you're signed in as a 13-year-old, then they know. Then they know you're 13, and they know to say, hey, let's not give targeted ads towards this user. It's so easy to fix that, but they won't do that. So this is where I have beef with YouTube about it, because YouTube didn't implement a better method for fixing this. YouTube could have been like, okay, we'll comply, but we'll still be creator friendly. They decided not to. They decided not to be creator friendly, and that's why I'm upset about YouTube. That's why I'm upset. That's why I'm mad at YouTube for this. But I'm even more mad about COPA, because COPA is the one that is forcing this to happen. I wouldn't give a shit about COPA saying, hey, you know, this is wrong, YouTube, you're doing illegal things, your creators are doing illegal things that they don't market for kids. I wouldn't give a shit about that if YouTube was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, we'll introduce a feature that just automatically fixes everything, to where, okay, you know, targeted ads won't appear, we won't gather information from minors or anything like that. We'll just do that automatically on our end so that creators won't have to do anything. I wouldn't give a shit about COPA if YouTube did that. And I actually would have been really glad that YouTube did something creator friendly for once. But YouTube isn't being creator friendly with this. They're not being creator friendly with it. And it's terrible. I don't like it. It's terrible. So I don't know what's gonna happen to YouTube. Like I said, history channels are probably gonna go away. History channels have been getting demonetized forever because because they talk about World War II and they'll mention guns or show pictures of guns and do different things like that. And YouTube just doesn't like that, I guess. I don't know. But they'll demonetize those channels to the ground. So they've already been having a bad time, but now they're in even more danger, because if they're set it as for kids, they'll get in trouble. If they don't set it as for kids, they'll get in trouble. Because it's educational for kids. It's educational towards kids. Kids need to know this thing. Kids need to know your history. Learn history. I had to learn history when I was in school. If I could have learned it all from YouTube, it might have been nicer. But that's besides the point. So history channels are probably going to die. Channels similar to Vsauce are probably going to die, or at least change drastically. These channels are probably going to change drastically. I don't know what's going to happen though. I really don't know what's going to happen. You can watch plenty of videos about this on YouTube. I like I said, I've retweeted a bunch of things about this. There's a change.org thing. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I went ahead and signed it to hopefully get some. I don't know. It just felt like I was doing something, because it's literally the only thing I can do about it. But yeah, you know, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't know what to do. I really, really don't know what to do. I do think that, you know, because they said it, if it's marked for kids, they're going to disable comments and a bunch of other features for your videos if you mark it for kids. So starting January, you can expect to see these changes on my channel, where you may see a video and you're like, oh, I want to comment this. I want to tell Daniel this. I want to tell other people this, so that when they see the video, they'll be like, oh yeah, actually this. Like, for example, actually, I got a comment on my snake video, my Danger Noodle video, where I was talking about how to make snakes in Ponytown. I got 2 comments that fixed an issue with my snakes, because there was one single pixel that I couldn't remove. I couldn't figure out how to remove it, and two people have commented on there now saying how to fix it. They wouldn't have been able to do, starting January. They won't be able to do that. They won't be able to comment, hey, here's a way to fix that thing that this person in this video had an issue with. They won't be able to do that anymore unless it's marked not for kids. There should be a people vote what to change in this COPA. People are against it basically everyone on YouTube is against it. There's people that are like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect me because I'm already adult oriented, it doesn't matter, I'm edgy anyway. There's YouTubers out there that will curse a lot in their videos or just talk about really nothing that can be considered for kids, so they're totally fine. They don't give a shit about the changes because of course they don't. It doesn't affect them, so they don't care. But the problem is it's going to affect them because it affects YouTube as a whole. It affects YouTube as a whole. So the only way in the kids' videos are other chat things like Discord, Skype, or other. I don't know how you can comment on a video through Discord or Skype or somewhere else. I guess you could like tweet at me or Discord me saying, hey, love the video, or hey, here's a change to that, and then I guess maybe I could put it in the description if you found something that fixed it, but I don't know, because there's no way once something's marked for kids starting January, you're going to be able to comment on videos. You're not going to be able to hit the notification bell starting January. If you've already done it, I don't know what's going to happen. It's probably just going to delete that feature for you or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. There's no other way for people to comment on videos. Even especially in live, like this live chat. You guys are talking to me right now. I can't. That won't happen starting January. And that sucks because I do want to start streaming more. I want to do more Ponytown style streams. And because YouTube won't let me do that anymore, I'll have to go to Twitch. I'll have to go to Mixer or something. I'll have to go somewhere else to do it. Because they let people comment on their streams. I don't know. It's just, it sucks because this is going to kill kids' content. And my content isn't made just for kids. It's made for everyone. But it can very easily be defined as for kids. Hi, Diki Hendoko. We're about to wrap things up. But I was talking about Copa after the end of this time capsule part. Hey, SSJ Blake, your message ended up in the time capsule. I'll put it in there. Don't worry. Yeah, your message ended in the time capsule. We're done with the time capsule. I was spending the last moments of the stream here to talk about Copa and all the changes that YouTube is doing. And starting January, most of my content you're not going to be able to comment on anymore. And that's not something I chose to do. That's not something I decided for. It's what YouTube decided. YouTube decided if you're a minor or if you're watching a video that's meant for kids, you can't comment on it anymore. So that's not good. It's not good. But I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and find a healthy balance of content. I'm gonna try and find ways to get ponies and pony related content to be just edgy enough to be for more mature type audiences and everything. Hopefully we can do that and avoid $40,000 fines and channels being deleted. Hopefully something will happen soon. Hopefully YouTube will implement the feature that I'm talking about here, where if you're 13, they just delete those features for you. But I don't know. I think another way that could help though is if you had to literally prove that you were 18 to go on the website, because technically YouTube, the site YouTube, like the actual site YouTube, you're not allowed to be on that unless you're 18 technically. You have to be 18 or older to sign up. Now it's so easy to get past that because you can just say, oh, I'm 18. It's so easy to do that. But if they implemented a feature where you had to prove you were 18, then that wouldn't matter anymore. You wouldn't have this COPA nonsense going on, because kids already have a dedicated YouTube platform. It's called YouTube Kids. You review action figures? Accidentally click that. This. Here's the thing. PewDiePie, the guy that broke records multiple times, the guy that's like the most famous YouTuber or whatever, He's gonna have to change things too. He's gonna have to change things too. He has to set his content as for kids. He has to set his content as for kids. Ah, yeah, you do, don't you? You have stop motion too. I love stop motion. I'm a huge stop motion fan. I'm not gonna lie. You got vlogs too. That's probably considered kid friendly. Now, this is where it's like gray area because you're talking more about collectibles than you are toys. You know what I mean? So this would be more something that teens and adults are gonna like, but it's toys, so it's gonna be considered as for kids. You need to mark these as for kids, and if you don't, there's a good chance you'll get fined $40,000, potentially have these videos removed, potentially even have your entire YouTube channel deleted. And that's not fair. That's not fair. You're up and coming just like me. 297 subscribers. I have 200 something. I don't know how many I have. It won't tell me right there. I think it was like 240 or something like that. You're small, but you're upcoming. I mean, if you keep this up, it won't be long before you have several more hundred. Big YouTubers though, like PewDiePie, his Minecraft series, he has to mark all those for kids, which means people aren't going to be able to comment on that anymore. People aren't going to be able to comment on PewDiePie videos anymore, which is ridiculous. People aren't going to be able to comment on game theory videos. If you're a fan of game theory, I haven't been a fan of game theory in forever, but if you're a fan of game theory, you won't be able to comment on that anymore. Call me Kevin. His isn't a really gray area. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite YouTubers, by the way. He plays games and makes a lot of jokes and stuff like that. His isn't a gray area because it's very easily defined as kids, but he doesn't make kid jokes. He's not afraid to be a little bit more adult oriented kind of jokes. There is two different YouTubes. There's a YouTube Kids. There's literally YouTube Kids. There's an entire app called YouTube Kids. YouTube Kids is a video app developed by YouTube. YouTube themselves made this. The app provides a version of the service oriented towards children with curated selections of content, parental control features, and filtering of videos deemed inappropriate by viewing by kids 12 and under. There's literally an app that was meant to fix this, and it was made years ago. But for some reason, because YouTube doesn't have any kind of feature to prove that you're 18 to sign up for it, YouTube as a whole has to do this now too. YouTube has to do this, and YouTube Kids has to do this. Why? Can they not implement a feature that I have to prove I'm 18 to sign up for the main YouTube site? The site that was meant for people teen and up. Why can't they implement a feature like that, or just have a feature that has it set to, oh, you're signed in and you're 13, let me just not collect your information, let me not allow you to comment, that sort of thing. It's so easy to fix it. That's all they have to do. Those are two options that they can do to fix the entire Copa thing. I wouldn't have to worry anymore about setting my channel, my videos for kids or not, because it's for everyone. It's for everyone, and if you're a kid and you watch it, you just don't get as many features. It would suck for those kids. It would suck a ton for those kids, and I would really hate that because I have kid audience. I have a kid audience. That's just a fact, and they won't be able to comment anymore. But if they implemented this feature, they wouldn't be able to comment anymore, but I would actually be able to still get comments. I would still be able to not have to worry about a $40,000 fine every single time I upload a video. It's a problem for YouTube as a whole, I guess. Well, I don't really know what the deal is with YouTube Kids, but YouTube Kids was made a long time ago to fix this. Not this specifically, but to fix like child predators, basically. They wanted to make a safe space for kids on YouTube, because if you go to YouTube and search anything, like literally anything. You can search the most inappropriate thing ever, and you're gonna get a video for it. On YouTube Kids, you can't search something inappropriate and get an inappropriate video. You're only gonna get like normal videos. This I don't understand this image, but you're gonna get normal safe videos on YouTube Kids. So a very easy fix would be to set it to where you have to be 18 to sign up for YouTube, which is already a thing, but make sure the person has to prove they're 18 to sign up. Then, if they haven't proved they're 18, they can only use YouTube Kids. Integrate YouTube Kids better into the main site. And integrate it into the normal site. If you type in YouTube and you go to YouTube, bring up a thing and have like 2 different things on there or something, like 2 different options or something, where it's like option 1, YouTube teen and up or something, and then down below it is YouTube Kids, and if you hit YouTube teen and up, you get like some thing where you have to sign in and prove you're 18 unless you've already signed in and everything. Then if you can't, it just automatically pushes you to YouTube Kids or brings you back to the main menu, so you can go to YouTube Kids and watch that. That would be an easy fix to it too. YouTube Boom is another really awesome YouTuber I like to watch. I don't know what's going to happen to him. He makes FPS shooter content, so Call of Duty, technically 18 plus because the game is rated M for mature, so I don't know. Yeah, it's not, it's normal is iffy, but normal as in the original site. What about Rocket Sloth? They make lots of Halo videos. Roundtable. I love Roundtable. They talk about Steven Universe, Rick and Morty. They talk about all these cartoons. If they talk about Rick and Morty, is that considered a kid's cartoon? It's not a kid's cartoon, but is that considered a... Do they have to mark that as for kids, even though the cartoon they're talking about is literally an adult cartoon? Here's a video right here that's being recommended to me. Marking not for kids doesn't protect you. I can't. I might watch that later. 24 Frames of Nick. There's another YouTuber I like to watch. They talk about old movies and cartoons and stuff. I won't be able to comment on their videos anymore. What about Joe Scott? He makes very educational tech kind of videos. That could be defined as for kids. If he doesn't set it, there is a chance that one of his videos will come out and he'll be fined $40,000 and lose his channel. That's entirely possible if he's not careful. Sure, that like the main thing about his thing is usually when he's trying to educate you on something, it's usually something a little bit more mature, not in the sense that like you have to be more mature to understand it, but usually it's more teens are going to understand this better than a kid will. But it's educational. It could change. This YouTuber could die. This YouTuber could die. This YouTuber could die because they're playing Minecraft. IBX Toy Cat is in trouble. I've been subscribed to them for years. Literally been subscribed to them for years. Because they make really, really good Minecraft content. They as soon as something happens in Minecraft, they have a video about it and they tell you everything. No bullshit, no BS. They tell you, keep it straight, keep it real. That's what I've always loved about that YouTuber. But since they make Minecraft content, they have to start marking things as for kids. I will no longer be able to, starting January, I will no longer be able to comment on that person's video. On any of their videos, because they're all Minecraft based, which means they have to be marked as for kids. And if they don't mark it as for kids, and Copa or YouTube realizes that, hey, this is kids content, or safe enough for kids, or the majority of the audience is kids, then they're gonna hit that video with a $40,000 fine, and potentially he will lose his channel that he's built up for years now as well. Is Psych2Go? I don't know what's gonna happen to them. It's animated and everything, so something could happen. I don't know. Dr. Wolf will probably die. Probably have to leave the channel. I mean, the channel, the YouTube. They'll probably have to leave YouTube. It's Copa. C-O-P-P-A. Pika. I like Pika better. Can we start calling it that? What about Pixar and Disney? Pixar and Disney. Pixar and Disney. They're channels. They have to mark those as for kids. God forbid they decide that, oh, a Pixar movie is for all audiences, not for kids, not just for kids. 100 million subs and then pow, delete. If PewDiePie isn't careful, if he doesn't go through and mark his channels correctly, his videos correctly, he will get hit with a $40,000 fine and potentially lose his channel. $40,000 fine for every single video that violates this too. This isn't just, oh, a bunch of your videos violate this, so here's one $40,000 fine. They will charge you $40,000 for every single video that violated that. Modest Pelican Gaming should be okay because most of their videos are about Grand Theft Auto and more mature style games, as well as their content is more mature. But here's what I'm talking about. PewDiePie right here. I built a cake ladder in Minecraft to prove God is real. If he didn't mark that as for kids, he's in trouble. He's just in trouble. Because that's for kids. It's not like, oh, he may be like, I want everyone to see this. He may not be like, oh, I don't want kids to see this or anything like that. But if a good chunk of his audience is for kids, as we talked about earlier, if the majority of your audience is kids, then it's automatically defined as kid-oriented content, and you could get in trouble. Here's another video about this subject. YouTube is taking away 90% of ad revenue in 2020. They're talking about how if you set it for kids, you lose targeted ad revenue, which means you lose 90% of your revenue. It's scary. It's scary. What about Jaden Animations? They have to set their content as for kids. Most of it, anyway. Here's another video about the subject. I told you I've been watching a lot of these videos, so they're coming up in my recommended feed. YouTube terms of service policy update threatens all. They're not kidding. When you see these videos with these kinds of thumbnails and people saying like this is ruining YouTube or this is about to kill YouTube, they're not kidding. They are not kidding. They're concerned. It's not clickbait or anything. They're being real. Film theorists, like I said, they're in trending, but if they didn't mark that as for kids, they could be in trouble. I doubt it because they're talking about Rick and Morty, but most of their content isn't necessarily Rick and Morty, so. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about trending. Saturday Night Live is number 3 on trending. You know, that's the sort of content that YouTube wants to keep on the platform, and they want to kill everything else. The Ink Tank. I love that channel so much. I love the channel so much because they brought Ben 10 and Danny Fano back in my life. If they're not careful, they will lose their channel. And if they are careful, I won't be able to comment on their videos anymore because they set it for kids. Ben 10 is a kids show. Danny Phantom's a kids show. Their comic, even though it's meant for all audiences, the majority of kids are going to watch it and read it. Because of that, they have to set it for kids. And because of that, no one's going to be able to comment on their videos anymore. Starting January, I won't be able to set watch for later or add it to a playlist. I won't be able to do that anymore. Starting January on this guy's channel. Seamus Gorman, he talks about Harry Potter and Pixar theories, everything. Starting January, I will not be able to hit watch later or add to playlist or turn on notifications for his channel or do anything. I won't be able to comment. The only thing I can do is watch and maybe like or dislike the video. Super Carlin Brothers, again, they're kind of similar to Seamus Gorman. They talk about Pixar and everything like that. Most of their content is for kids. 90% of the time I watch their videos, I'm not going to be able to save it for later or add it to a playlist or comment. You see what I'm talking about? I'm just scrolling through here and just random channels. Exclusive Ace, again. Well, maybe not Exclusive Ace because they play Call of Duty, so potentially they could get away with it. Potentially. But you see what I'm talking about here? So many YouTubers just scrolling through here. Cinema Sims. They're not. I can't comment on that anymore. Starting January. YouTube new rules are crazy. YouTube is over. Just like look at his thumbnail. YouTube is over. That's literally how everyone feels right now. That's how I feel. I feel like YouTube is gonna die after 2020. Paramount Pictures. If they don't set that, I can't comment on a Paramount Pictures trailer for SpongeBob. I starting 2020, I won't be able to comment on 90% of trailers that come out. And if I can, I'm gonna be really pissed because SpongeBob is a very kids-oriented content. And if I can comment on their videos or do things with their videos starting in 2020, I'm gonna be pissed because that means Paramount Pictures and Warner Brothers and whoever else that made the trailer are getting special treatment. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be very pissed because that's not fair that Paramount Pictures or something like that is gonna get free reign to do whatever they want and market as for everyone, even though it's literally SpongeBob the movie. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. There is a good chance that Paramount Pictures and all these other studios and stuff like that are just going to not have comments and stuff like that enabled on their trailers anymore. The Sonic trailer starting 2020, you won't be able to comment on it. SpongeBob trailer starting 2020, you won't be able to comment on it. This is what I'm talking about when I say this is terrible. How no one can share their opinion on a trailer now. Starting 2020, I won't be able to say in the comments of that video, this is terrible or this looks weird. I can't share my opinion on it. Starting in 2020, unless I go to a different site. That's what I'm talking about. It's scary. And this doesn't even talk about the commercially viable shit. If your video is not commercially viable, YouTube can shut down your... Not just shut down your YouTube channel, they can shut down your Google services, which means you lose access to your emails if they decide so. If they decide you're not commercially viable, they can shut down your YouTube channel and your Gmail because they're all owned by Google and you lose services to Google. Like imagine Call of Duty gameplay and add like a screaming to mic and a kid screaming to mic. What about the thumbnails? I don't know. Thumbnails themselves. This looks like it might be really fun for a kid or something because it's literally a Pokemon with an umbrella and rain or something. It's animated. That's 10 hours. What the hell? Furry rocking and relaxing in rain for 10 hours. They have to set it for kids. They can't get ads on it. Well, they can't get targeted ads. But I don't know much about the thumbnails themselves, but it's the video that matters. It's the video that matters because that's what the kids are seeing. So if your video itself is for kids, set it for kids. If you think that the majority of people watching your videos are going to be kids, then please, for the love of God, for the sake of your channel, for the sake of your livelihood, because you can get fined $40,000 each time you make a mistake. For the sake of all that, if you think that the majority of people watching your channel is going to be kids, set it for kids. Just to save yourself. Just to protect yourself. And that's awful because that means you can no longer comment on those videos. But like I said, commercially viable, that whole clause in the new terms of service is so vague but specific enough to say that if they decide you're not commercially viable anymore, they will shut down your channel and you will lose access to Google services. Google services include stuff like Gmail. Imagine uploading a video or something one day on YouTube and Google decides that person's not commercially viable. I'm going to shut them down. You lose access to your emails all of a sudden. Let's say you're a businessman and that happens. What the hell do you do? No longer can you connect to people or anything. I can't imagine what would happen to people that had like Google Stadia or a Google smartphone or something. I don't even know what happens like to Google as a whole if that happens, because you lose access to Google services. Google services, I imagine, would be stuff like just base Google, like this. Would I lose access to this? Could I no longer search anything on Google? Would I have to go to Bing? I don't know. But that's the whole commercially viable thing about it. And commercially viable, I'm not too worried about that because YouTube already came out and said this has always been in the terms of service. You just never noticed it. So I also can't imagine that Google is just going to start pinging tons of channels like you're no longer allowed, you're no longer allowed. I can't imagine they're going to do that a bunch because if they do, their platform will die, and they don't want their platform to die, even though they're kind of making things look like they want it to die. Ant Venom, not going to be allowed to comment on his videos anymore. But yeah, like you said, if you're playing Call of Duty or something like that, and there's some kid screaming at you over voice chat or something, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what would happen in that case. I feel like you wouldn't get in trouble because, again, it is still technically Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is an M-rated game. So, I don't know. Channels like this, channels that are animated story times, you're not going to be able to comment on those anymore, starting in 2020. At least most of them. And if you can, there's a good chance they're violating some sort of service or term or something that's going to eventually get them shut down. Forever Free Brony. This goes back to the simple song thing. What does simple song mean? Is something like Who Knows like this considered a simple song? Is Lost on the Moon a simple song? Smile, 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 or whatever it's called, Smile by Pinkie Pie, is that considered simple songs that could be considered kid orientated? Scrubby, they're going to be in trouble, but maybe, yeah, they're going to be in trouble because as edgy as they are, they're very, very kid friendly. They're super kid friendly. They will not curse at all in any of their videos. Starting in 2020, I will not be able to comment on his videos anymore. You see, I'm sorry, I'm literally going in a loop here, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So many channels you're not going to be able to comment on anymore. You're not going to be able to save to playlists. You're not going to be able to do anything to. The only thing you're going to be able to do to those kinds of videos are watch them and then either thumb them up or thumb them down. That's all you're going to be able to do starting in 2020. That's not good. That's terrible. It feels like censorship in a way, which I know it's not because it's, well, actually, yeah, it kind of is, because why can't I comment on a kid-based video? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at all. That's not fair. Why can't I, even as an adult, say, hey, I want to see this SpongeBob trailer later? You know, I can do that right now, but starting 2020, I won't be able to. You know, how come in 2020 I won't be able to be like, hey, I'm an adult, but I love SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob movies. Well, I actually don't love SpongeBob movies, but you get what I'm saying. I can't save that for later. I can't comment on it. I can't add it to a playlist or anything. Starting in 2020. That's censorship in a way, because there's no reason a kid shouldn't be allowed to comment on a SpongeBob movie trailer or a review of the new Klaus movie. That movie's actually really good. That movie's incredibly good. Starting 2020, I won't be able to comment on anything about that movie. It's censorship in a way. But I don't know. I'm going in a loop here, but it's because I'm really, really upset about this, and I want to get my point across that this is not good. This is not good, and it's gonna hurt YouTube so much. When you comment on a video, it helps the algorithm see that people are interacting with this video, and it helps push that video to more people. When I made the video types of Ponytown players, I got a lot of comments on that video, and it did really well. It's doing really well. It's actually my number 2 right now, behind Playbuzz tutorial, which I made 2 years ago. 2,000 views, you know. I can't see how many comments it has, which is weird. I thought I could, but yeah, none of my videos. I'm not gonna be able to comment on these videos anymore, and that's not fair. I think a good chunk of how I was doing so well on YouTube for a while now is you guys. You guys were commenting. You guys were talking about it. And that's why I'm getting, you know, it's hundreds of views every time I talk about Ponytown or something. Because you guys love that, and I love that. That's why I actually get 15 videos on something that 3 years ago I wouldn't have gotten a single view on. It's because you guys care now, and you guys are willing to comment and help push these videos forward, just simply by commenting and sharing and stuff. Which I don't know if any of you are sharing, but if you're commenting and interacting with the video, that helps it. Starting 2020, you can no longer help by commenting. And that sucks. That's not fair. That's not fair. This is not fair. It's really not fair. It's really not fair. Starting 2020, none of these videos you see on my channel you're going to be able to comment on. I'm going to try to find the ones that I could get away with. And I'm going to try and set those right. So there is a chance that every once in a while you're going to be able to comment on a video or save it for later or something. But there's a good chance, 90% of the time, you're not going to be able to comment on it starting 2020. So that's gonna 2020, you cannot make videos anymore. Pretty much 2020 2020 YouTube is no longer viable as a career path. Even for people, well, I guess maybe not even for people like PewDiePie, but for people that have like 1 million subscribers, it's still going to be hard on them, because unless they're not making kids content. But if you have 100,000, if you have 1,000, if you have 233 like me, this is probably going to kill you. This is probably going to kill your channel. And I really hope it does not kill my channel. Because for 3 years, I've been building up this channel, trying so hard to make something on YouTube, to do something with YouTube, to like, this was my dream for 3 years. Well, for longer than that, but for 3 years, I've been trying. And I wasn't getting hardly any views. I got like one really lucky one. The only reason this got 7,000 views is because at the time it was literally the only Playbuzz tutorial video. I actually ended up remaking it recently because I had to, because this is out of date now. But stuff like this, 3 views, 5 views, 7 views, 4 views, 8 views. I got extremely lucky with that. Extremely lucky with some of these. Extremely lucky with some of these. This one kind of exploded a tiny bit after the series ended because people came back to it and was like, holy shit, you were right. This one did good for obvious reasons, possible Danny Fam plot, so. But stuff like Omnipotent Cards, 7 views, 4 views for this. Another new original board game, 8 views. You know, I wasn't doing good. Wasn't doing good. I got a couple ones that did pretty good. But then start this year, go back up a little bit, not too long ago, I made a video called I Made a Game in Ponytown, a board game in Ponytown. When I made that video, I wasn't planning to make more Ponytown content. I kind of was, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to make Ponytown content all the time. I thought about it because a few months ago, around, I want to say around this time or something, around I've been wanting to make a comic around this video, is around the time when I was like, I really want to focus on 2-ish kinds of videos. I want to stick to 2 genres and just go with that. And I considered horror for a while. You know, horror-based content, because I love actually playing horror games, which is weird. But I considered it. It didn't do well, so I was like, maybe I can't do that. You know, maybe if I pushed it and tried harder. Yeah, as soon as I started making Ponytown content, my subs blew up because I found my audience. Obviously, when I made that one, it did really well, and I was like, yeah, I want to make more Ponytown content. And after I did that one, I immediately thought of the types of Ponytown players, because there wasn't a video like that yet. And I know types of players videos always do well. But there wasn't one for Ponytown, so I was like, I'm going to do that one. And I pushed it for the longest time. I didn't want to do it for the longest time because I had to get through these videos. These videos were like a backlog, basically. And I was still trying to figure out what the 2 things I wanted to focus on was. I thought maybe Minecraft in Ponytown. Maybe Warframe in Ponytown. Maybe just FPS in Ponytown. You know, I knew it wanted to be Ponytown because I love Ponytown. And it did really well. And then finally I did the types of Ponytown players. And it blew up. 2,000 views. Didn't expect it. Didn't expect it at all. I expected it to do good because it's types of players kind of content. But did really well. And that was when I was like, yep, 100% Have to continue with the Ponytown content. Have to. I have so many ideas. Because when I did that one, I was like, oh, I bet I can do a thing like 10 things to do in Ponytown, or like ideas. I can just start doing a series where I talk about things I want to see in it, and stuff like that. And so I did, and once things kind of settled down with all the stuff that I had in my backlogs and stuff, I finally got the groove of every single day except Friday. Not every single day except Friday, like Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday will be something different. You know, I got in the groove of that. And I couldn't be more thankful, but as soon as I started doing good, as soon as my YouTube channel started doing good, as soon as I started getting views, as soon as people started subscribing, as soon as I actually had fans, YouTube comes out and COPA comes out and says, kids content, we're restricting it. We're restricting kids content. As soon as I found my audience, as soon as I found what I wanted to do, YouTube is like, no. And now YouTube is not in danger. Now I'm not just my channel's in danger now. Not just Danny Ball Subs in danger now. Everyone's in danger now. Everyone's in danger now. If you're not careful, you will get fined so much money. You will lose your channel. And that's scary. Because I have so much more Ponytown content related stuff. I have this notebook. This is where I put all my ideas. This is what I've done so far. This is what I haven't done yet. Obviously some of these are blank, but you get the idea. Like, basically from this on, it's like all ideas and stuff, you know? But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to the channel. I want to stick with Ponytown. I'm gonna try and see if there's some way that even though I'm doing kid content, that I can continue to grow. I'm hoping, I'm praying that this is the case, because this is what I wanted. This is what I want. I want the channel to do well. I want the channel to do well. It's the only thing I want. This is what my dream is right now. I've literally been putting off writing and everything like that because I've been focusing so hard on my channel. I still write, but I've been focusing so hard on YouTube that I have not put much attention into anything else. I still write, still do other things like play games and stuff. I still find time for myself and still find time for other hobbies and stuff. But YouTube is where I'm pushing everything to. Part of the reason why, and I will admit, is once my channel gets really, really big, I can then start making a living not just from YouTube, but from my other projects, my books and stuff. Once I have 1,000 subscribers, that's a potential 1,000 people that will see content that I made, like my games and stuff. You saw them down here, the new original board game, or I haven't made one in a while actually, because I've been putting it off. But stuff like, where the hell is it? The worst book. When I talked about my book, I did like a little mini series about my book that was published and then basically scammed of. I got scammed and stuff. Stuff like Omnipotent, my original card game. Once I have 1,000 subscribers, there's 1,000 potential people that will know that this game exists and potentially go out and try it out. And that will help me. That will help me continue to live so that I can continue to make even more card games, more board games, and more videos. That's what the goal is. That's what the goal is. It's to get a huge audience so that I can make a living. So that I can make a living by giving you guys entertainment. Make a living by giving you guys something to enjoy. That's what I've always wanted to do. That's what I've always wanted to do. And it wasn't necessarily what the channel was. The channel was like, I would just put my ideas on here. But when I realized that the best way to get my ideas seen, the best way to like live the way I want to live, the best way to live, to get a living based on entertaining people, is to focus on the YouTube channel. That was the best. That was the easiest idea. That was the smartest idea. Of like, if I want to make a living by entertaining people, the best and easiest way to do it is through YouTube. Focus on your YouTube channel. So I came back to the YouTube channel 2 years ago after a huge break, and I started. It was very, very finicky here and there, and then May of last year, I went basically full time. And now I'm full time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm scared that these changes with COPA and everything like that are gonna ruin this growth. They're gonna ruin everything. They're gonna ruin these dreams. They're gonna ruin this dream. I don't see the potential future anymore in YouTube. When I think of the future of YouTube now, I think nothing. I think that like it's just gone. I just see it gone in like a decade. Not even a decade. It'd probably be gone in 5 years or something. I really don't know. Unless COPA and YouTube can make some kind of deal. Unless, here's the thing. YouTube doesn't even have to make a deal with COPA. All they have to do is implement the right feature. Once YouTube implements the right feature, YouTube can be saved. There's ways to save YouTube. There's ways to save it. But YouTube themselves aren't doing that. If you want to save it, make it impossible for people that are 18 to go on the base YouTube. Make it impossible for people that aren't 18 to go on there. If you do want them to go on there, then set it to where they have to set their age, and if they set it properly, they set it to 13 or under, then they cannot watch adult-oriented content. They cannot comment on videos. They cannot do those things that will allow them to comply with COPA. They cannot sell them ads. The music, the Minecraft music, I need to start using that in the background of videos. I've been using, if you listen very carefully to some of these videos, you will hear actual Ponytown music. I've been using that lately for some of these videos. But yeah, Minecraft really does kind of fit this. But you get what I'm saying. It's very easy for YouTube to implement a feature that saves YouTube. But YouTube won't do it. They're not doing it. Instead, they're setting it up to die. YouTube is probably going to die, and if it does, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do anymore if it does. Where else am I going to be able to share these ideas and these where else am I going to be able to entertain people? Where else am I going to be able to entertain people? Where else am I going to be able to share these ideas? Where else am I going to be able to build myself up as someone? Where else am I going to do that? Where else am I going to make something of myself? Nowhere. YouTube's the only place. It's really scary. I'm honestly really upset about it. Just thinking about it like really upsets me. They, like I said, they have the YouTube Kids. They can very easily restrict this one to prove that you're 18, because if you're 18, it's very easy to get a government issued license or some form of identification that proves you're 18. At least, for the love of God, at least give us that, so that YouTube can remain for everyone and YouTube Kids can remain for kids. For the love of God, please do this. It's the easiest solution. It may not be the most comforting solution, but it's a solution. I think my favorite solution would be to just let everyone be on YouTube, the main YouTube platform, and they just have it set to they know you're a specific age because of what you did when you signed up. Have it set to where you have to do a form of identification. If you don't, you're considered 13 just at all times. Like no matter how many years later, you're considered 13 or something if you don't show form of identification. And then all of your videos are restricted towards kids or something. I don't know. There's so many different ideas of how to fix this, but YouTube will not fix it. And because of that, I truly believe that YouTube is there's gonna be some really bad changes. 2020 is not gonna be a good year for YouTube. It's not, especially the first few years. Thanks again to John Paul White for following. Thank you guys for showing up and everything. I'm just like, I'm really upset. I don't know how much more I can do this. I don't know why I went on such a huge rant about this, but it's because it sucks. I'm so upset about it. I'm honestly so upset. I don't like it. I don't like what's happening to YouTube. I don't like it. I hate it. I don't know. like I said a minute ago, I don't know where else I can do this. I don't know where else I can share ideas, entertain, and grow as a person. Grow in the form of like I can make a career from the things that I make as well as the entertainment. I don't know any other place that can do that, and YouTube is a place that can do that. Even if I'm not monetized, YouTube is still that place that I can go to share my ideas, entertain, and still make it somewhat of a living. Because if I'm big enough, I can open up a Patreon. I can open up, kind of push some of my products more. My Redbubble, my card games, my books and stuff. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted YouTube to help push that career. I wanted YouTube to help push all of my careers, because all of my careers are very entertainment based, and YouTube is the easiest, quickest, not the quickest, but the easiest way to entertain, to build up an entertainment career. I don't know what to do now. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm probably gonna play Minecraft for a little bit off stream to try and calm down. Hopefully feel better. But I'll inevitably watch a dozen more videos about the Copa situation, because I want to stay informed. I want to know every tiny thing that happens, because it's important. And I encourage you guys to look up this whole Copa situation. Talk to it to friends, family, whoever, to people that have YouTube channels. Tell them if they have a YouTube channel, tell them right now, hey, your YouTube channel is at risk. It doesn't matter, your YouTube channel's at risk. And he's like, what? My content's for kids, why is it at risk? It's at